as it is back to court for the Galveston County Sheriff in his fight against a state agency trying to suspend his peace officer's license. The legal wrangling started last June, and now efforts to resolve the matter through mediation have fallen short.
2 Investigates Robert Arnold has led local coverage of this story and is joining us now live to explain what happened and, Robert, what happens next.
The Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, known as TCOL, licenses and sets rules and standards for every police officer in the state. Since last year, this agency has recommended suspending Galveston County Sheriff Jimmy Fullen's peace officer's license for omitting details on a personal history statement filed with 2 departments. Initially, the agency recommended revoking his license, but then changed to a 10-year suspension after he was elected sheriff. Both sides went to mediation on Friday, but that ended with no resolution. Now the case goes back to a state administrative law judge for a hearing to determine if a 10-year suspension is appropriate. TCOL is accusing Fullen of omitting details on his personal history statement, like past arrests before he was in law enforcement and disciplinary actions during his career. These statements are required by TCOL and used by police agencies as a foundation for background checks on those applying to be an officer. Fullen has fought TCOL, saying any omissions were just oversights, not intentional. In fact, Fullen is suing TCOL in Galveston County Court, claiming it's overstepping its authority. That case was also put on hold, but can now move forward since mediation was unsuccessful. Retired Galveston County Sheriff Sergeant Kenneth Williams supported Fullen's opponent in the Republican primary and is the one who filed the complaint with TCOL that started this process.
Yeah, I think TCOL really wants to stand up for integrity. You know, they have a duty to do this. So integrity matters in our Texas peace officers. It needs to be done. It shouldn't take this long.
Sheriff Fullen declined to comment, but his attorney, Tony Busby, told us they are continuing to work on a resolution, but will seek a court hearing on their lawsuit that claims TCOL is violating Fullen's constitutional rights. Andy?
And Robert, you mentioned TCOL originally recommended revoking Sheriff Fullen's license and then changed to a 10-year suspension. Why the change in punishment?
Another state law. At the time TCOL recommended revoking Sheriff Fullen's license, he had not yet been elected sheriff. After he was elected sheriff, a Texas law prevents TCOL from revoking the license of somebody who is a constitutionally elected official. TCOL recognized that it could no longer revoke Sheriff Fullen's license, so then it recommended the 10-year suspension.
We know you'll continue to follow this one, Robert. Thank you so much, live in the newsroom.